Hello Green Choppers! Welcome once again to my channel. This is Sir Job and welcome to Sir Job TV. Para sa lahat po ng mga new explorers tsaka newly discovered pa lang po sa akin channel, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell for you to be updated with my future videos. So para sa araw na ito, ipagpapatuloy natin ang discussion sa mundo ng practical research. So our topic for this morning is all about the definition of quantitative and qualitative research. Welcome to my video number 164. Good morning once again, Golden Choppers. Today is June 22 of 2021 and today is Tuesday. Pero patuloy pa rin tayong magbibigay sa inyo ng meaningful discussion dito pa rin sa mundo ng social sciences. So nabanggit ko na po sa inyo kanina na ang i-focus po natin ngayon is ano nga ba ang definition ng quantitative at saka qualitative in research. Dapat makilala natin sila as we go along with our discussion in research. So definitely, here sa whiteboard, makikita ninyo, meron tayong quantitative at saka meron din tayong qualitative research. Ang goal natin sa umagang ito is ma-define ang dalawang konsepto na ito. Pero para mas madali natin silang maintindihan, so ginawa ko na pong ganito ang formation ng definition. Naglagay na po ako ng A, B, C, D for the quantitative and meron na rin po tayong A, B, C, D for the qualitative so that we could be able to immediately compare ano yung difference ng dalawang konseptong ito. And aside from that, naglagay na rin ako ng mga blue lines, okay, sa iba't ibang bahagi in order for us to justify kung ano yung pinaka-importanting portion sa definition in order for us to understand deeper ano nga ba ang ibig sabihin ng quantitative at saka qualitative in research. Okay, so let's start from letter A. So here sa quantitative, sa letter A, nakalagay dito, ask specific narrow questions. Okay, highlight natin. So pag quantitative po ang ating research, ang gagamitin nating mga tanong is specific and narrow questions because in order for our respondents na maintindihan nila immediately, kasi as I said to you, wala tayong direct contact from our respondents kung ang ating research ay quantitative. Okay, kaya dapat the question should be specific and narrow. Dito naman sa qualitative, kung ma-observe ninyo, ang tanong po is broad, general questions. Okay, so kung dito specific and narrow, sa qualitative naman, broad at saka general questions. In order for your participants, okay, iniba ko ang term ha, in order for your participants to think and to imagine more for a kind of question na i-deliver mo para mas marami silang angle na makita out from that particular question that you raise to them. Okay, so ganun po. So dapat broad at saka general inform pag qualitative ang research mo. That's for letter A. Diyan sila nagkaiba. Sa letter B naman, ma-observe ninyo, dito sa quantitative nakalagay, collects quantifiable data from respondents. Okay? Quantifiable. Naka-highlight sa atin at saka respondents. Punta tayo sa qualitative. Letter B. Collects data consisting largely text from participants. So yun ang nakalagay. Balikan natin ang quantitative. Nakalagay dito ngayon quantifiable, meaning to say anything that involve numbers, okay, that can be measured, that can be quantified, that is quantitative research. Okay, so nakalagay din dito sa quantitative ang salitang respondents kasi we have to give distinction, okay, sa pagtawag natin sa ating mga respondents or participants or the people who will answer our questionnaire. Okay, kasi pag dito tayo nakafocus sa quantitative, tinatawag natin siyang mga respondents. Okay, they just simply answered our questionnaire. Respondents po sila. Okay? Dito naman sa qualitative, nakalagay dito highlight, consisting largely text. Meaning to say, kung dito sa quanti numbers, dito naman sa qualitative, we are more on words. Ganun po ang ibig sabihin pag sinabi natin qualitative. Largely text from participants. We are using here respondents, dito naman gumamit tayo ng participants because definitely pag sinabi kasi natin qualitative, we are more on engagement to the people na sasagot sa ating mga tanong. Kasi maliit lang po ang participants pag sinasabi natin qualitative. Pinipili po natin silang mabuti that they could be able to respond to the answer that we are expecting from the question. Okay, na binuo natin sa ating research in the first place. So that is the reason why, because malaki ang kanilang engagement sa ating paper, tinawag natin silang mga participants with our research. Do you get the point? So dito, respondents ang tawag, dito naman we have participants. Okay, let's continue with the letter C. So sa letter C naman, makikita ninyo under quantitative, analyzes these numbers using statistics. Okay, kasi sa quantitative research, mayroon silang mga statistical tools na ginagamit in order to interpret the data, to draw conclusion. Ganun po ang ginagamit ng quantitative research. On the other hand po, dito sa qualitative research, sa letter C natin nakalagay, describes and analyzes these words, okay, for themes. Kasi largely text tayo sa letter B, nakikita nyo? So, ibig sabihin, marami tayong words. In order for us to analyze the answer of our participants, gumagamit po tayo ng theming process or thematic analysis. Yun po ang correct term. Thematic analysis po ang ginagamit ng mga qualitative researcher in order for them, okay, to group together the answers of the participants. Talking about the qualitative research. Kasi hindi tayo gumagamit ng any statistical tools pag ang ating research is qualitative. Ano ang gagamitin? You are going to use the thematic analysis in understanding the answer of your participants. Okay, let's proceed to letter D. Sa letter D naman, nakalagay dito, conducts the inquiry in an unbiased, objective manner. Okay, highlight natin ha, unbiased, objective manner. Kasi sa quantitative po, whatever the result, after natali yung mga data, okay, from the given questionnaire na nirelease mo, automatically lalabas ang result gamit ang statistical tools na in-apply natin from our quantitative research. Kaya nga nakasaad dito, unbiased and objective in manner or approach. Kasi kung ano yung lumabas, exactly to the point, wala ka nang babaguhin, yun na, final. Dito kasi sa qualitative, nakalagay dito, conducts the inquiry in a subjective biased manner. Highlight natin ha, kasi baka maguluhan kayo, baka sabihin nyo na, ay, wala palang silbi ang qualitative research kasi bias at saka subjective in manner. So, hindi natin siya gagamitin as our reference in any research endeavor that we are going to have as a students. For example, ang ibig sabihin nito, pag sinabi nating qualitative research, prone po siya sa tinatawag nating bias or subjective in nature. Dahil po kung isang researcher ng qualitative walang alam sa ethics of research and of course how to holistically use the thematic analysis, of course, mag-engage talaga siya ng bias. Kasi isusulat niya doon yung lahat lang ng mabubuting bagay sa kanyang lugar. For example, if he is writing the history of his place, for instance, okay, like mga ganong instances. Or nagsulat siya ng biography ng isang tao, for example. So, ganon. Or there is a phenomenon sa kanyang mismong lugar. Like, for example, merong problema sa basura, problema sa tubig, for example. You are writing that one in a qualitative form. Now, ang goal mo naman kasi, why you are writing, is maipalabas ang problema. So, that is the reason why sometimes pumapasok yung sarili natin sa research, which is dapat hindi. Kaya sinasabi dito that qualitative research is prone to bias, which is also true. Kaya nga dapat we have to correct ourselves. If we are writers or researchers in qualitative research, we should have to follow the ethical conduct of research, which is ipakita mo talaga, ipalabas mo what is the data, okay? Kasi kung i-apply naman natin ang thematic analysis holistically, we could still be able to avoid practicing bias and being subjective in a qualitative research. Ang ibig sabihin, prone lang po. Kasi dito talaga sa quantitative, though you can be biased naman din sa quantitative, pero less po ang kanilang chances, okay, na maging bias po ang result. Kasi nga, they are using statistical tools na kung ano ang lumabas doon sa data na naitali mo, yun na. Dito kasi sa qualitative, mayroon pang insertion of interpretation ng isang author, for example, na kung sasalihan niya or lalagyan niya ng bias, no, or isasalin niya ang kanyang sarili with the research, then therefore, there is a tendency talaga na maging bias ang kanyang research. So, ganun po ang punto. Okay, kaya nakalagay dito, prone to be subjective and biased in manner if we are going to focus on the idea of the qualitative research. So, now proceed tayo sa mga objectives, data analysis, at saka outcomes of these particular methods in research. So, if we are going to talk about the quantitative research, ang objectives talaga niya is quantification of data, measurement of incidents. Okay, sinabi ko na po sa inyo kanina that everything that can be quantified, everything that can be measured, yan po ang objectives ng quantitative research. Ang data analysis po, in using the interpretation of the data collected, quantitative research, ay gumagamit po tayo ng mga statistical tools, okay? Which is less ang chances natin na maging bias with our conclusion. Okay, punta naman tayo sa outcomes. Ang outcomes po ng quantitative is broad-based insights and population-based understanding. Kasi napakalaking, for example, ito ang population, na kukuha ka ng sample niyan na kung saan bibigyan mo ng questionnaire or magiging respondents ng iyong research. So, ganun po ang konsepto niya. Broad-based insight coming from the respondents na kung saan ginamit niya in order for that particular researcher, okay, to gather the data. Okay, sa kanyang mismong research. Now, nakalagay dito, kung nakikita nyo ngayon sa screen, ang nilagay ko dito, pag sinabi natin quantitative research, can solve the problem. Okay, can solve the problem. Meaning to say, kung problema ito sa tubig, for example, kung problema ito sa basura, anything na mga problema, pag nag-research ang isang quantitative method, okay, kaya niya pong isolve ang problem. Punta tayo ngayon sa qualitative, which is ang objective po ng qualitative research is in-depth understanding of underlying reasons and motivations. Gaya ng sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, okay, more on text or words po tayo. That is why, upon gauging with our participants, ang kukunin po natin sa kanila is mga reasons and motivations as we go along with our interaction. Kasi more on interviews po kasi pag sinabi natin qualitative research. Okay, as I said to you, mas malaki po ang contribution ng mga participants in a qualitative research. Okay, let's proceed with the data analysis. Sa data analysis naman, sa qualitative research, we have non-statistical. Yan ang sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, we are not involving with numbers here, but rather, we are contextual. You contextualize your question, your topic, your focus, the angle of your research. You contextualize depending on the kind of location, the kind of people that you are targeting with the kind of topic that you have in a qualitative research. Okay. And of course, the famous one, kung gumamit tayo ng statistical tools dito, ang dito naman, ang pinakasikat na ginagamit natin sa qualitative is the thematic analysis. Defining to you, pag sinabi natin thematic analysis, common themes or topics, ideas and patterns of meaning that come up repeatedly. Like for example, question number 1. Sa 10 participants na ginamit mo sa iyong research, qualitative tayo ha, sumagot ang 7, the same answer sa tanong na ibinigay mo. That can be grouped into one. So one theme na po yan, nalalagyan mo ngayon ng pangalan. Kasi you have to name the theme. Okay na nabuo mo out from the questions. But don't you worry kasi bubuo ako ng topic niyan kung paano talaga ang procedure ng theming from the answer given of our participants, okay, in a research. Qualitative talking about. So yun po, thematic analysis when we are talking of the data analysis in the qualitative research. So now let us proceed with the outcomes of the qualitative research. Nakalagay dito, not conclusive nor generalizable. Okay, so meaning to say, pwede pa rin tayong magbigay ng conclusion kasi nandyan pa rin naman yan, part pa rin sa qualitative research, ang concluding part of our research. However, okay, you have to remind or you have to be reminded with this one, sa qualitative research po, we are not solving a problem. Nakalagay dito not to solve the problem. Hindi po kayang masolve ni qualitative research ang problema. Kaya nga sinasabi ko always sa aking mga estudyante, talagang merong connection si quali at saka si quantitative research. Can be done naman talaga kasi meron tayong mixed method na kung saan you are going to combine the quanti and the quali in a certain research. However, ang point ko dito talking about sa inyo kasi nakasaad dyan, not to solve the problem if qualitative ang research natin. So, ibig sabihin nito, ang problemang binuksan ni qualitative ay kukunin ngayon ni quantitative para makapagbigay tayo ng solution for that particular problem. Because ladies and gentlemen, nag-research ka po dahil may problema. Kung hindi ito masolusyonan ni qualitative, now there is quantitative research that can be used in order for us to solve the problem. I'll give you one example. Sa lugar ninyo may problema sa tubig, for example, meaning to say contaminated ang water. Pinakita yan sa research ng qualitative, saying to you the phenomenon, okay, of that particular place. May problema sa tubig. After na-conduct ng qualitative researcher ang problema sa tubig sa inyong barangay, for example, kasi hindi niya kayang solusyonan yon. Ang role ng qualitative researcher is to present to you the problem, correct? So that is the reason why in order for us to end up the contamination of water, sasaluin ngayon yan ni quantitative research. Applying to you, for example, the experimental research wherein meron silang mga test na gagawin sa tubig, okay? And gagamitan niya ng a statistical tool na pwedeng gamitin sa research na yan. Right after, we can have a conclusion and definitely we can solve the problem by just using the quantitative research. Yan ang sinasabi ko sa inyo. The goal of the qualitative is to present the problem and then the quantitative research will solve the problem. So that would be all for this morning. I hope you learned something from this video and I hope that you will share this video to your friends and to anybody else that you think na kailangan ng video na ito. Asahan niyo po that Sir Job TV will continue to discuss more meaningful discussions, especially in the world of social sciences. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye!